I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The other day I went to a Veterans Day program. This was said at the school. It doesn't, this type of stuff doesn't offend me, and it shouldn't really offend anybody. However, I do think that it doesn't need to be said at the schools, or really for anywhere out at all. And I'll tell you why. Let's break it down. So, this is somewhat forced patriotism on our kids. You're pledging allegiance to our flag, which doesn't sound like it's that's not a bad thing. We want people to love our country. I don't want to force people into loving our country. Freedom, in the sense that we actually look for it, is freedom for all. If somebody doesn't want to pledge allegiance to our flag, which to me is a goofy concept anyways, pledging allegiance to a piece of cloth. And I understand the flag is a symbol of our nation. Before anybody says anything, I served, in U.S. Army Infantry. So none of that stuff will really account for me about not being patriotic towards our country. So, you pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. So, let's say that you don't like the republic for which this stands for anymore. Whether or not you feel like you've been wronged as an African American with police shootings. Just 3 or 4 years ago, being a homosexual in this country, not being able to marry because of the republic for which this stands for. You can still love your country and not love everything for which it stands for. And there's still a lot of hatred going on in this country. We got a huge anti-Muslim push in this country, and there's still a huge homophobia going on in this country. And there is a lot of racial tension, whether we're talking about white and black, black and white and Latino, Latino and white, Latino and black, whatever the hell color you think of. I'm sure there is some sort of racial tension somewhere in this country. Now let's get to the defining part of this. One nation under God, indivisible. So what this is actually stating is that we can't divide God from our nation. I disagree. We do not need a God in our nation. Which God are we talking about here as well? I know most people's gonna be like, it's a Christian God. Well, not necessarily. What if my God is spaghetti monster, which is, kind of, everybody says that, but, let's talk about different Christian gods. Yes, there's different Christian gods, and before you start jumping on here, everybody has their own little version of their religion. Well, I don't care for that, but I do like that, and I don't believe that part of the Bible, but this part I believe. I don't believe in evolution, or I believe in evolution, so Adam and Eve can't be true. Whatever. So, every one of those would create different gods, because the God of the Bible is no longer the exact God that you're worshiping. So, which God are we talking about? Let's just drop that line out. The indivisible. Sorry, but we got to get rid of God in this country when it comes to government, not when it comes to people's own private beliefs. You're free to believe whatever you wish to believe. It might not be healthy. It might be. Depends, on who you ask. However, our government does not need any sort of God in it to run it. This is where we really screw up a lot of times. We still got schools out here that are that really won't teach evolution because it's against somebody's beliefs. You want to teach religion, teach it in like a social studies class or something like that. But don't just bring it down to Christianity. Let's go ahead and teach all of the horrible religions like Muslim or Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, even Jainism. There are tons of religions out there. And there are tons of people that don't believe in a God, even in our schools. So one nation under God doesn't apply to them. So let's just take the Pledge of Allegiance out of school and try to continue on with better education so that we can innovate in this country rather than staying in one fucking place and turning a circle. The only way that our economy gets better is with innovation, not with stagnation. I'm Atheist Joe. Have a good day.